Good morning, good morning, good morning, SunSlapper. How you doing? Listen, the sun almost beat us today. Almost beat us today. Listen, SunSlappers is back. It is Saturday morning. SunSlappers, if you're new to this, is basically a space where we just give you some information. We share some things that's going on in and around Pontiac, Michigan, but then we also give you a couple tips on just starting your day, setting your day, give you a couple things to think about. you know, we had a great mayoral run during the primaries, and so we fell short. However, it gave us an opportunity to see what we can do and how we can improve and things that we can move on. But that's not what Sun Slappers is about. So just wanted to say thank you and shout out to everybody who contribute to the campaign, who financially, emotionally, mentally, prayers. Thank you so much. We are definitely going to give it another run for sure because Pontiac is worth it. And so, listen, let me get down to it right now. I got two topics that, can really, I think it's going to get you started today. I think it's really going to get you started today. And this one, it's something that kind of was confirmed during the campaign because this is something like you've never had, running an election period or just putting your name out there is very, I'm not going to say it's difficult, but it opens you up to a lot of criticism and a lot of hatred that you didn't even know that you had towards you. It opens you up to see the real of people and what they really want, and it allows you to see the schemes of things. So this first I won't call it a tip, but the talking point, and hopefully something that's said that kind of helps again set your day. That this is what this is about. We're not here long, maybe about 10 minutes tops. Sun Slappers is about, and let's go on and get into it real quick. I used to rush to defend myself against false accusations, but now I watch to see who believes it so I know who to cut off first. I'm gonna read that to you one more time. I'm gonna read that to you one more time. I used to rush to defend myself against fake false accusations, but now I watch to see who believes it so I know who to cut off first. Let me tell you something. I've come to understand clearly that you can't expect you from other people, and that you have to, as an individual, understand you're uniquely designed. And some of the things that you had to go through to get you to learn the lessons that you had to learn, everyone hasn't been through those things. And everyone doesn't have your experiences. And another thing is, everyone may not be able to take the type of pressure that you can take. Listen, the moral of what I'm trying to get to at and the point of it is stop expecting you from other people, flat out. Because at the end of the day, like when people are saying a bunch of negative things to you or about you, I had learned to sit back now and watch who believes it. Because then that kind of gives me a measure on who they are. Not It's not necessarily a reflection on who I am. Because 9 times out of 10, if somebody is in the disagreement with you over something somebody else said that they never saw, they was looking to be against you in the first place, looking to be a hater, looking to do something that just to be like, you know what, I knew it was something, right? Instead of getting to know that person for themselves. So speaking to you directly, take that for a tip. Slow down a little bit. When people start putting out, false accusations, and take that time to take a, look back to see who in your circle who really entertaining that. because this next point I'm going to bring up, and this is about setting boundaries. This is about setting boundaries. This is about, we're in the season now where you got to start limiting access to you. Because a lot of times we're accessible to a lot of people. You picking up phone calls. You want to help everybody. People have a lot of access to you. Ask yourself why. Why is it so easily to get in contact with you, and they don't even call their own parents? Why they have so much confidence in talking to you? That's going to help me with this next point. But again, I used to rush to defend myself against false accusations, but now I watch to see who believes it, so I know who to cut off first. Slow down. Let it marinate a little bit before you get all excited. And you don't even have to address it. Because sometimes people just like to make up things. They're going to make up some things anyway because they have to feel comfortable in what they're doing to you. Man, I'm telling you. We're going to spend some time in SunSlappers and to get you started. And this is one. Here's the next one. Don't tell me what they said about me. Tell me why they were comfortable. Let me get that out the way. Sorry. Telling you. Ooh. Ooh, wait. Ooh, wait. Some people going to be upset right now. Hold on. Let me get this set. Don't tell me what they said about me. Tell me why they were comfortable telling you. Man, I used to want to know. We all want to know what people out there saying at times, right? Because you like, if you want to be better, you first of all, you thinking about it from an aspect of this person coming to tell you because they looking out for you. That's what you're thinking at first. Because, they may see you around the person. They may see you dealing with the person. They don't necessarily tell you stop dealing with the person either. They don't say, you know what I'm saying? They'll say, if I was you. They won't say, hey, man, listen, I defended you, or I had to step up in the conversation. I'm always looking for that now. I'm looking for what the person said. If we cool, if you in the camp, if you in the circle, I'm looking for you to say, listen, man, I'm gonna bring this to your attention, but this is about the second or third time this has happened. But the first two times I took care of it. The third time I think you need to, say something. But I interjected in a conversation that this person was in, and this is what they were saying. And when these people come back to you, man, sometimes you got to sit back and just be like, why were they so comfortable talking to you? Right? Don't tell me what they said about me. Tell me why they were comfortable telling you. Because see, there are people around you that other people see. People watch. That's another thing that I've learned to accept. Not that I learned, but I've learned to accept. Because you can learn a lot of things, but do you accept them? That's the lesson. That's the wisdom is in accepting them. So we're at that 10-minute mark. Listen, again, these two right here, let them create your day. Marinate on them. I used to rush to defend myself against false accusations, but now I watch to see who believes it, so I know who to cut off first. And then don't tell me what they said about me. Tell me why they were comfortable telling you. There's a few announcements that I want to make before we get up out of here, because it's Saturday and it's football Saturday in Pontiac, Michigan. First, we got the Pontiac Panthers. They're playing at Wisner Stadium today. They got 4 games. They got the junior freshmen And then they have at 10 a.m., they got the freshmen at 12. They got junior varsity at 2. And they got varsity at 4 p.m. Wisner Stadium, 441 Cesar Chavez. That's the Pontiac Panthers. That is our oldest youth football. It's a weighted team. You had to be a certain weight to play in each division, but it's our oldest. I used to be a board member there. They're still carrying on. They're still carrying on strong. Youth activities are very important, and very important. Enrichment programs are very important. If you feel your heart content to, donate to help them out, please do so. The second is our newest team in Pontiac, the Michigan Dolphins. I think they're about 3 years old, but they're still, they play out of the PAL League, but they are our Pontiac team. It's an unweighted team, unweighted league, and they playing at the high school, 1051 Arlene Street, Pontiac, Michigan. Kickoff 8 and under at 10 a.m., 10 and under at 11:45, and I think it says 12 and under at 1:45. So we got one team playing at Wisner. We got another team playing at the high school, but they're both in Pontiac, Michigan. They're both Pontiac teams. I'm excited to see what they're both going to do this season. Because for me, I'm excited about both teams. So if you got a kid who's weighted, is a certain amount of weight that you want them to play. Maybe it's their first time playing, and you're trying to get them some good experience, things of that nature. I'm suggesting Pontiac Panthers. You're a more experienced team. You're just getting started, but your kid is, he's a football player. You know what you know, right? I'm recommending Michigan Dolphins. And so it's both Pontiac teams. I'm excited about both of them. Two different divisions. You got one that's weighted. You got one that's unweighted. I'm excited about both programs, though. I'm excited about both programs and looking forward to how the season is going to be handled with them both. If you had an opportunity to go over to the fish fry, thank you so much for participating. I was working. I wasn't able to make it, but I did have my brother bring me over a fish sandwich, so I appreciate it. Thank you. That was August 22nd. It was Friday, and it was for Dr. Calandra Green. It was a fundraiser for her, where her family in her honor is having a scholarship for those who are interested in pursuing a nursing degree. If you had an opportunity to go to National Night Out, that was August 13th. Thank you so much for joining us there. We really appreciate you so much. And thank you for all our community partners who joined in National Night Out 2025. 2026 is going to be amazing. We are actually in the planning and the works for that right now, because it's going to take that to make it an exciting, even a more exciting program and event for you next year in 2026. Listen, we got some backpack giveaways. August 31st. Well, let me go backwards. You got one here, August 30th. It's a backpack school supply giveaway. That's going to be at the American Legions right there on Auburn, 206 Auburn Road Avenue. Back to school rally, backpacking school supplies. So you want to get there. That's going to be August 30th. You have another one. It was another one scheduled. We're going to come back with these before the event as well. But we got another one August 31st, back to school at Murphy Park. Haircuts, braiding, food, fun. And again, Buff Love the Kids. That's presented by Buff. So listen, August 31st, and you got August 30th to get you some backpacks for your kids, school supplies, and things of that nature. And I'm not going to even say no last but least, but we had an awesome time with our kids who are our Team PAL kids with the deputies. It was the first annual PAL deputies versus the PAL kids basketball tournament, or I would just say not even tournament, but it was exciting. It was the annual. Of course, the first one goes to the kids. The kids did, they did their thing. I'm going to tell you right now, they did it. And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to be a photographer and sit on the board of directors for this wonderful organization as well. Miss Lauren is our wonderful executive director who was very powerful in her own right, and we want to thank her so much for putting this together for us. Okay, SunSlappers, thank you so much. Hopefully see you Monday, and we have some more points for you. Listen, take the time today. If you get out to go to any one of those football games, please do so. If you want to donate to one of, I had it on the screen. If you wanted to donate to any one of those backpack giveaways, please do so. There's plenty of things that we could do. There's plenty of things that you could do. There's plenty of activities that's going on in and around Pontiac, Michigan. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. And don't forget, trust the process. I see you out there. Peace.